Hey everyone, happy Friday. We finally made it to the weekend. I'm meteorologist Ashley Ruiz. We're talking all things weekend forecast for you and some upcoming rain chances. But we're finally going to start to see some warming. If you've enjoyed the cooler temperatures, we've been sitting below normal for this time of year. Our average high is about 74, 75, depending on your location, except for our friends up north and the coast, a little cooler in the lower 70s, give or take a couple of degrees. But we're going to start to warm up. But before then, we're waking up to clouds once again with temperatures in the 50s. But if you want some warmer weather, the day is going to be on Saturday. That's going to be one of our warm days before we start to cool things down. But it looks like we're trending even warmer next week, Tuesday and Wednesday. So that's something we're going to fine tune as we get a little closer. But let's talk about those rain chances. Even though it's not going to amount to much, we're still going to have some showers out there. And primarily, it looks to be the morning hours on Sunday. So the weekend is not going to be a total loss. Even your Sunday is not going to be a total loss by any means. And it's going to be more of a cooler day, cloudy otherwise, maybe some sun breaks. A couple of lingering showers into our Monday, but Tuesday, we dry things out once again, and that's when we start to warm things up. You see that there on Tuesday, 78 degrees. Now, there's some model differences showing Wednesday could be warmer, although it could be a little on the cloudy side. We'll have to see the timing of the next system moving in, but Tuesday, that's going to be one of the toasty days. If you're looking for a reason to be outside, maybe get that paddle out a couple of more times, or just enjoy some sunshine, get out on the water. So let's talk about why we have some changes in the forecast. If you recall, we had that upper level low spinning over the region. It was just stuck in place, and you can kind of see it how it's fizzling out to our east over the plains and then portions of the interior northwest, but you see doesn't have that counterclockwise spin, the really distinct spin. But it's because it's weakening, going to eventually just dissipate as a whole. But we have this very weak ridging over the region right now, and that's why we're going to have more sunshine and warmer temperatures. But you see that low, I put that on the surface analysis for you. That's going to be our next weather maker. There's going to be an associated front with that, and that front's expected to move in on Sunday, and that's why we're going to have increased rain chances. But you see some more clouds offshore, a little bit of green on the radar, but that's well offshore and very, very light. So we're not expecting anything in the way of rain with this, maybe some drizzle within some of the low clouds, which is expected when we have this marine layer in place, which you can see it's in full force right now on the Pacific coast. You can't see much. Visibility is quite poor, but above these clouds and just inland atop Hurricane Ridge, what a beautiful, beautiful morning. We have variably cloudy skies. So what I mean by that, some lower clouds, we have some high clouds. Overall, a good looking morning there. It's nice and pretty atop or at Paradise. Shouldn't say atop Mount Rainier because this is only about 5,000 feet or so, but you see Paradise is packed once again. We don't really have that thick smoke haze, it looks like, still a little bit just because we still have those ongoing fires, just numerous in the state. But let's talk about today's forecast because we are kicking things off with low clouds, not as much widespread dense fog, but still some low clouds. They may be slow to clear for some spots, and that's why some spots may only warm into the lower 70s, but really going to be a fine Friday. High temperatures, let's take a tour to the north. And Anacortes about 63, Mount Vernon right around 70, Marble Mount 76, Mount Baker 65, Oso 72, Darrington 73, Linwood about 69 degrees. And then for the greater Seattle area, 72, between 70 and 73, depending on your neighborhood. As for the east side, in the lower 70s, and then Enumclaw and just the foothills in general in the upper 60s, South Sound lower 70s, Paradise 61, and then on the beaches low and mid 60s. For the Hood Canal area, our friends in Shelton, 72 degrees, and Sequim 67. So we've had some improvements with our air quality. generally in that good to moderate range still, but you see the orange, the unhealthy for sensitive groups, still in place for Chelan County until further notice, where could have some poor air quality. And even though you're seeing good air quality as a whole, those green dots, if you live closer to some of the wildfires, you're still going to have some lower air quality. I wanted to show you the wildfire smoke forecast for all levels. So it's not just the surface, it's aloft as well. So some of that higher level wildfire smoke. The warmer colors that you see, the reds, that's indicating some thicker wildfire smoke, whereas the light blue, that's more haze or very light smoke. Into our Friday, as you see, some of the greens over the Cascade foothills, thicker, and those brighter colors over eastern Washington as expected. But with some incoming rain, not just at the surface, this should help clear out some of that wildfire smoke, even if it's just really light in nature. Tomorrow morning, we're waking up pretty similar to our Friday and just the last couple of days, maybe some low clouds. But then tomorrow, that's when we start to warm things up. You'll notice it. And I wouldn't be surprised to see Seattle even a little warmer. We'll see how cool we get, how quickly the clouds clear tomorrow, but really going to be a fine day, even going up to the passes. If you're hiking this weekend, just not so much Sunday. Sunday's going to be the day where we have that chance for rain. And I'll walk you through the futurecast in just a moment. But for Sunday, for Puget Sound, highs in the 60s, showers, sun breaks. The coast going to have showers at times, cloudy. Saturday, clouds in the morning, afternoon sun breaks. Same for the islands, could have some showers into Sunday as they move in from the south. And as I mentioned, Sunday, maybe a little on the wet side up in this is for the Cascade passes, by the way. So the forecast for Snoqualmie Pass, Stevens Pass, about 56 on Sunday with some showers at times. So Saturday will be that day. You want to get out and enjoy some outdoor activities. Here's a look at the futurecast into our afternoon today on Friday. We'll have some of those low clouds eroding. Some spots may have more sun than others. Overnight, some more dense fog possibly developing. You see the colors there, the brighter colors, if you will. That's indicating where we have some of those low clouds. You see that color there. I'm pointing it out for you. This is low clouds or some fog, so kind of similar to what we've had today, but may not be as widespread once again. By the afternoon, again, we'll have mostly sunny skies, maybe a little bit of smoke haze, but you see it's pretty quiet. Let's skip ahead to Sunday morning. This is when we could have a cluster of showers moving in from the south out ahead of the system. This is around 6:30 Sunday. Now, keep in mind, we're still about 36, 48 hours out. So the timing could certainly change, but models have been pretty consistent showing potentially Sunday and then tapering off, Sunday morning and tapering off into the back half of the day. Let's skip ahead to about mid to late morning, brunch time. If you have any services to go to, any events, the farmer's market, that's when we'll still have some scattered showers out there. But then you see into the afternoon, it tapers off to some spotty showers, maybe a couple of lingering showers into the evening, but most spots will remain dry by then. Through Sunday evening, you see the rain estimates showing on average about maybe 1/10 of an inch, 3/4 of an inch would be closer to the mountains, but overall, but in the South Sound, perhaps 1/10 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch, 3/10 of an inch for Tacoma, perhaps in some of the hot spots. That would be closer to 1/2 of an inch, maybe up to closer to an inch. That would be more focused over the mountains, which that's usually what happens. Let's skip ahead to Monday. This is the longer range model showing some lingering showers into our Monday, but generally speaking, most spots are dry by then. Tuesday is going to be that bright and warm day, as I mentioned, but this is what I was talking about earlier. Depending on the timing of our next system moving in Wednesday, this could determine how warm we get or if we're going to be dry. So Wednesday could be another warm and bright day, if not similar to Tuesday. If not, and the system speeds up and moves in Wednesday, then it would be cooler and we would have some more much needed rain. We were talking about autumn. It's felt like autumn. It looks like autumn. We're officially 10 days away, officially, to the autumn equinox, even though it's felt like fall out there over the last 2 weeks. We've had 2 days above 80 degrees, and to think that just a couple of weeks ago we had 90s, we had that heat wave. So we've been trending a little cooler than normal, but keep in mind, this time of year our normal high is about 74, 75, so we haven't been that much cooler than normal. And with fall just around the corner, you may already see some of the foliage, the fall foliage. And on average, as we well know, if you are familiar with Western Washington weather and just how our falls in general, we typically see our peak foliage late October, but up in the Cascades, it's earlier. If you're going to check out the larches, all of that, lucky you. We want to see those pictures, by the way. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. Once again, we'll have highs in the 70s, warmer Saturday, cooler with showers Sunday, favoring the morning into the afternoon. A couple of morning showers on Monday, mostly sunny, dry on Tuesday, but Wednesday, that's that day we'll have to fine tune for you. It could end up being warmer than 73, or it could be cooler. So we're going with the average with about 73 instead of warmer, and a couple of showers. By Thursday, we're partly sunny. So let's talk about the extended forecast as we wrap up September. I can't believe it. For the first day of autumn, this is long range forecast. Obviously, this could change, showing temperatures near normal. So nothing major. We're not talking a heat wave. In fact, I'm not seeing any signs of us even hitting widespread 80s, at least. There's a potential if we next Tuesday and Wednesday, but that's really about it. So enjoy the sunshine while we have it. If you want the warm weather, get on the kayaks, get on the paddles, whatever you would like to do and just embrace and celebrate the last couple of days of summer. You can always find the latest forecast and an extended forecast on King 5 Plus, king5.com, the free King 5 app, and of course on air as well. I hope you have a fabulous weekend, and we'll talk soon.